What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Avengers Endgame, aka Avengers 4, aka Avengers Infinity War Part 2. So we've got another potential plot leak to go over, so careful for spoilers, but also take it with a pinch of salt. But also a bunch of spoilers about Avengers Infinity War. Someone that leaked parts of that was literally 90% true, so never discredit any plot leak before going over it, but don't let it discredit you to the overall movie. So guys, we are doing a competition to win tickets for Captain Marvel. All you gotta do is follow me on Instagram and let me know that you're doing that. That is at Warstu. So courtesy of 4chan, our favorite type of video is a leaked video, most requested, fun to go over. So if you guys want, let me know in the comment box. I will leave the link down below. Yes, this plot leak is very interesting and does leave a lot out. But like it says, it's just some spoilers. It's not a full plot leak. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. But we're going to break it down. So funerals are taking place all over the world as the missing are being tallied. Which, yeah, does make sense. Cap takes a moment to address the people of the world, shaved in outfit, to assure them of their safety. Thor goes to learn more about his weapon and the people at Thor. They're given some hope by the arrival of Ant-Man and Captain Marvel. There's an awkward introduction as she wants to talk to Nick Fury. She doesn't trust the team in front of her. She realizes that Captain America is the Captain America and begins to trust them. With the spaceship, Rocket thinks he could get them to Thanos. Tony and Nebula are unsure what to do, still want to make their way to Thanos. Tony thinks Thor is already dead and assumes half of the other Avengers are too. They merely arrive to the planet Thanos is on, clearly in shape to fight. Thanos takes pity on them, feeds them and tempts Stark with the gauntlet, taking it off and putting it in front of him. Thanos suggests he could do anything. Would he bring them back? Would he bring someone else back? They talk about pain and the undoing it. Nebula chimes in. She'd undo all the things that is done to her. And Thanos mocks her, saying she'd be all the weaker for it. Tony is holding the gauntlet and we see a flashback of him talking to his father. Stark can't bring himself to do anything with the gauntlet. Nebula goes for it and her and Thanos begin to fight and he easily overpowers her. I mean guys, so far this is pretty far-fetched and pretty crazy to think that, but we don't really know when exactly in the movie this would happen, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's discredited. It is a bit far-fetched. Tony wearing the gauntlet, then he snaps his finger with it. Tony is graduating and his mother and father are hugging him. He's happy, having a great moment with them. Tony will be running the show soon. It then flashes to Tony as an old man wearing regal-looking armor and then the gauntlet in a fortress guarded by robots. One turns to him and looks and speaks like Ultron. We come back to the present day. Tony looking at Thanos and Nebula. Thanos mocks Stark. How with all the power he couldn't do it. Thanos sends Nebula and Tony to Earth. They meet up with Pepper, who is so happy to see Tony, and they hear the Avengers have already left to fight Thanos. The Avengers land completely and totally get there. Well, they get destroyed. I can't say that word on YouTube. Thanos, with the 6 stones, simply plays with them as the Avengers try to stop him. The Avengers are sent back to Earth by Thanos. There is a very tense reunion between Cap and Tony. I mean, Capitan and Tony, yeah, that makes sense. They haven't seen each other since Civil War. Tony explains he tried to bring everyone back, but couldn't, and how he doubts anyone else could. Thor argues his will wasn't strong enough. They figure you have to want it more than anything else, and none of them are so pure they could do it, and it's doubtful Thanos would let them try. Rocket explains about how it took a team to control the Power Stone. They concluded they need a dozen of people with the same goal wielding the gauntlet to bring everyone back. I mean, this does make sense, and it would make sense if each one of the Avengers did hold one of the stones. It seems impossible in 3 dimensions. They figure if it were done across space and time, it would be possible. They devise a plan to implant in every Avenger to hold the gauntlet at different points in time to want to bring everyone back. The entire plan, unfortunately, focuses on having the gauntlet again. They start arguing about time travel, setting up the conditions to win before they have what they need. They realize they have to fight Thanos again, but they've tried everything. So this part here does make a lot of sense. I don't think just one Avenger would be able to like wield the Infinity Gauntlet unless we are talking about Captain Marvel or Thor or potentially Iron Man. Bruce shrugs and says, not everything. He comes up with a plan to have him fight Thanos. He will control the Hulk with a procedure he has worked on. The rest of the Avengers start traveling through time to set up places to bring everyone back and undo Thanos' snap. Banner goes to Thanos alone. They have a talk about how he doesn't think he could do anything without the gauntlet. He really just wants a rematch. Thanos and Smart Hulk duke it out. So yes, we have seen by the official leaked concept art a few days ago, we will be getting Professor Hulk, but as we know, that wasn't supposed to officially come out just yet. And it's not even the finished version. The Avengers are looking for candidates, larger gatherings of themselves, trustworthy allies, multiple cameos from other films including Cap 1, Avengers 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor Trio, every group of allies, and even future Avengers. Thanos beats Smart Hulk, which I can't really see Hulk actually losing the rematch. Banner talks about his conditions and Thanos offers to remedy it to ease his pain. Hulk and Banner are split into two people. Banner doesn't believe it at first and stares at Thanos, screams out in rage and nothing. Hulk is quietly looking at Banner and is dumbfounded, looking sad, then turns to Thanos and screams in rage and tackles him. Captain Marvel and Thor converge with Hulk. Working together, they manage to cut Thanos' arm off and free the gauntlet. Rocket snatches it up. They begin to use the gauntlet to transfer it to all the points in time. Everyone's using the Infinity Gauntlet together, thinking of everyone they've ever fought and hoping they all get a fair chance in life. So that part there, I mean, it does make sense that not one person could wield the gauntlet, but it does get interesting. Like I said, a lot of this kind of doesn't make sense, but you know, guys, you love these kind of videos and it is interesting to see what is going on here. Carol, Thor, Banner and Rocket using in their time right next to Thanos. Tony and Steve put their hands into the gauntlet together with Widow and Hawkeye next to them. People are brought back. Everyone's coming back into existence. A one-armed Thanos raging grabs the gauntlet from Rocket and Thanos says, why not bring them all back? All the villains from the films appear and their armies, T'Chari, Dark Elves, Ronan, and so on. The Avengers come across time sense this and go to Thanos' world. All the heroes are there, reborn once too. A huge insane fight ensures every single hero and every single villain fighting. It's a big mess. And as it looks like the villains are winning, Doctor Strange opens a portal and it sucks in many villains. Giant Man and Spider-Man teaming up. They're confused about how, if they won, this happened. Strange says we do win. Everyone assumes they must use the gauntlet again. Hulk smashes the gauntlet. Strange reaffirms we do win. The stones are being collected and fought over. Some are used by villains and some by heroes. Ultron, picking up the space stone, begins to create portals to undo Strange's portal. Star-Lord, using the Mind Stone, rams into T'Chari's ship and takes control of the Queen. The T'Chari now fight for the good guys. Finally, Nebula uses the Soul Stone and sends away all the resurrected villains. Thor has a rematch with Thanos. They leave him alone, heavily wounded. He is banished to Volmir. Nebula uses a Soul Stone more times to bring back Gamora, but dies in the process. Everyone begins to head home and go to their separate way. They discuss what to do with the stone. Cap looks at the time stone. One by one, they destroy the stones, saving time for last. Cap says he has one last request. Strange agrees before destroying the time stone. Then everyone appears at Tony Stark's wedding. The groomsman, the bridesmaid are made up of heroes. Banner is his best man. Guardians sitting watching. Everyone but Cap, sitting next to Stan Lee, is a very old Captain America who looks over 100 years old. Tony says he's retiring for good to be a father. Thor says he has built a new home for his people. Hawkeye agrees he is retiring as well. Banner is seen talking to Betty. Widow checks her phone and has a message. She shakes her head. I'm not done yet. The film ends with old Captain America saying bye to his friends and playing a game with Bucky and Falcon. They say he looks tired and he says, I could go all day long. The end. Yes, plot leaks are really a bit questionable when they are this long. It doesn't really go into any detail about how Captain Marvel appears. What about Loki? Doesn't really go into any detail about time traveling, but I kind of like the idea that each one of the Avengers has to control one of the stones. That does make sense. And Thanos getting really rage mode and saying, why not bring all the villains back? That would be such an epic storyline when you have all the villains against all the heroes ever to exist. That would be a pretty cool storyline. But guys, like I said, it is a plot leak. Could be real, could be fake. Parts of it could be real. I think parts of it are real. but there's too much missing. Obviously, Tony Stark says he wants to retire to be a father, yet we don't really hear anything about the daughter. We do know there's rumors of like Catherine Langford supposedly playing someone's daughter, or young Hawkeye, or someone like that, or potentially Iron Man's daughter, although there's been no confirmation or verification. But I don't think it's one of the worst plot leaks that I've read. I think it's one of the better plot leaks. Why? Because it doesn't go over the top with the post-credit scene. I am expecting Stan Lee to appear in Tony Stark's wedding or Captain America's funeral. That just makes sense. And it's a very interesting concept that Captain America's one request is to be left as an old man, as 100-year-old plus. So that bit is pretty interesting, but it misses out like Hela, misses out the Ancient One. It misses out a bunch of details, but obviously when people work on these sets for the movies, they sign a non-disclosure agreement, but like stuff gets out. Stuff does get out. So I'm not expecting some of the stuff, if it gets leaked, to be 100% legit. Obviously, like the VFX kind of scene with Doctor Strange that apparently takes up a large proportion of the budget. So I do think some of this could be very credible. Now, like I said before, guys, if you do want me to drop the post from 4chan, but Warstu, 4chan is fake, Reddit's fake. Well, like I said, guys, there was a leak for Avengers Infinity War that was literally 95% correct on the main narrative of the main story. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you do want to enter the Captain Marvel ticket giveaway, all you do is follow me on Instagram at Warstu and let me know you have. We will be running the same ticket giveaway for Avengers Endgame after Captain America's out, and after that competition's done, we will be doing another competition for that. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Any video ideas, anything you want me to cover, just let me know down below. I am doing a Q&A video very soon. I'm working on that. So if you've got any questions down below that you want me to put in the Q&A, just let me know, guys, and I will catch you in that next video very soon. Catch ya later.